What's up, fam? Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Let's get fired up. Let's go.
I mean, how silly is that, man? We're talking about practice.
The Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions. Eagles fans everywhere, this is for you. Let the celebration begin.
Oh, how sweet it is. Fly Guys up 3-0 on those scumbag Penguins. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Agreed to Do, or A2D Wednesday nights. We are live. Joining us every week, Tom Arnone, Noah Eaton, Ryan Alizik. I'm Greg Milakovic. Each and every week, we are brought to you by our doc, Make Him Yours, Dr. Paul Vidal, SpecializedPhysicalTherapy.com. Tell them the boys at A2D sent you. He'll take care of you. Later in the show, we'll talk maybe Phillies. Maybe we'll skip them. Who knows? Third disaster. Eagles, first round NFL draft tomorrow. We are there. We are finally there. We haven't really talked about it much. We've been all flyered up, Sixers up. Started MLB season. We kind of gave the Eagles a little break, but we're back now. And we'll talk about that later. But the main topic at hand, Boston, Sixers tie it up. Bring the series back to Philly tied. VJ Edgecombe, awesome. Tyrese Maxey, awesome. Needed that from those boys. They struggled in game one. Do we get the big guy back at home? One of these games? Do we get him back? We'll talk about it. But, of course, the most important thing, topic of the day, Fly Guys take a commanding 3-0 lead over the Scumbags. Wow. What are we talking? I mean, this is insane. I thought this game would have been the scheduled loss, right? Coming home, first game home, everyone amped up, and we just fall flat. But these guys are flying all over the place, which leads to our poll question. Sean Couturier, Jesus, has been the best player for the Flyers through 3 games. Do you agree, disagree? Let us know. YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, that's where we're live. Everywhere you get podcast, we're there as well. Chime in, let us know. I like starting off our first time, though. But, yes, I agree to the poll. I mean, there's a couple names that you can throw out there as other options. And you'd be right. But to me, Couturier has been amazing. Him buying into that fourth line, that fourth line center, that defensive specialist that we know he excels at anyway. But him buying in and anchoring that fourth line has been shell shocking for the Flyers through the last 2 months since the Olympic break. He's been incredible. They've been awesome. So yeah, I'm going to keep it short and sweet and absolutely agree with this poll.
Go ahead, Noah.
You know what? He's played damn good hockey, and of course, since going to the fourth line, he's been nothing short of amazing. But I'm going to disagree, and I only say that because it's been the whole damn team. Because it takes the whole damn team.
No. I'm just mad. I'm mad because I was going to say
buying in.
I'm mad because that's what I was going to say, so I let everybody else go first. Like, I was going to go the whole team.
See if you left it at the end.
Yeah, let everybody else get out what they need, right? And this guy, of course, this guy, 1970s hockey over here.
That's right.
These guys get it out first.
You name it. If they wear orange and black, they've been getting it done. I don't care if it was the popcorn vendor, the beer guy, Porter Martone, Vladar, you name it. The whole damn fucking Noah Cates. Yeah, there was another Noah getting it done. All right? The whole damn team. Tippett scored a goal tonight. Yeah. The player that came out, what was it? Rasmus, what's his last name?
Ristolainen.
There you go. Pronunciation, not exactly my thing. But
that's fine.
It's nice to see, especially with, you go back to the winter, the Eagles' first round exit. All right. Granted, yeah, they were coming off a chip the year before, but the recent, the last few months here has not been so great. You had the Birds' first round exit. The Sixers, we weren't sure what they were going to do. They hung on, they made it through the play-in, and then they shocked us all by somehow getting a win the other night. All right, but how about the Flyers, guys? Jesus Christmas. This team was left for dead at Christmas. They were left for dead. All right. So they just absolutely caught fire, since the Olympic break. And they've been sensational the last few months. And let's hope the party continues. Nothing like a party down at the Wells Fargo or whatever the fuck they call that arena these days.
Xfinity Mobile.
Yeah, there you go. Sorry, Xfinity. Whatever. Fuck. But hey, look, it's good times, fellas. It's good times, and this team, they hustle, they go after loose pucks, they play for each other, and hey, if anything can happen, and especially in the NHL, like no other sport, doesn't matter what your seed is. You can, they could conceivably win the whole damn thing. So,
go ahead, Ryan.
Yeah, I love Coots. He's played phenomenal. Obviously, he's really the only holdover from the last time this team was any good. So really happy that he's playing with his hair on fire. He's been hitting the shit out of guys, running people down. I don't even know how many hits he had tonight. He was all over the ice. But I do have to disagree. It's Dan Vladar. It's Darth Vladar, man. This dude has been
Vladdy Daddy.
He is the reason they're in the playoffs. Right. How many? I couldn't tell you how many times I turned the Flyers on this year where it was a close game. They made it to overtime. It seemed like every time they turned the game on, it was either in overtime or on a shootout. And this guy stood on his head all year. And the only time that they didn't really play well, they went through a big skid was when he was hurt. Mm-hmm. Right. So especially for a guy who has never really had the opportunity to start before, comes over here, gets an opportunity, is absolutely showing why he deserved that opportunity. He has been standing on his head. He didn't have a shutout all year, and he pitched one game 2. This dude has been absolutely insane, right? And then took some shots tonight, got a little beat up, stayed in that game, which is
interesting to see what comes of that.
Yeah, so hopefully he's good to go. But yeah, I mean, again, everybody's been playing really great. Porter Martone, I think, deserves to be in this conversation as well. That dude's 19 years old. He's got 2 goals already. He's playing awesome. I can't tell you how many guys have sacrificing the body, blocking shots, which the Flyers never used to do. It's that's awesome to see. TK causing a ruckus tonight. The entire line on both teams was in the penalty box. That was just so fun. But no, it has to be Vladar. It always starts with goaltending. Right? Hot goaltending can carry you through a cup. And I think the rest of the team's just feeding off it. So shout out my guy Darth.
Yeah, I'll disagree too. Both these guys just took the clear and obvious ones, in my opinion. But let's just rewind a little bit and talk about what happens in the NHL come playoff time. And you better be careful of the teams that are the hottest going in. And if that team's hot and they got a hot goaltender or just a damn good one, right, that's the team to worry about. And the Flyers are Exhibit A. Yep. Here's Exhibit A, the Philadelphia Flyers. They were scorching going in. All right. We talked about the bad part of it this season where we just all turned it off. And Ryan's right. I mean, there was no Vladar, and that's where I was going to go because great goaltending can win you a cup. So, and a hot team can win you a cup. It doesn't matter what seed you are. It's different than any other sport. It's crazy how it's different, and it's awesome. And I've missed it. Oh, how I've missed you. And real Flyers hockey. So real hockey, not Flyers hockey. And I air quote that. Real hockey, not a team that's built on just beating you up. A team that can outskate you, can out hustle you. All right. And that's a team, right? What we have right here. You have guys that are going to out hustle other guys. We win chases to the puck. Seems like it's 6-on-5 all the time. And that used to be what it felt like when we were playing versus other teams. Our teams guys could just skate around us all. And I'm like, can we get guys who can skate? And we got guys who can skate. We got enough. We got playmakers. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to disagree too, just because I think it's a whole team and a goaltender that have just figured it out together, and responded from failure, got hot, started playing for each other, and here we are. And I think once you start winning playoff games and confidence goes through the roof. Now we're mentally, anything can happen in a good way. So now you're mentally feeling good. You're young kids and you're feeling good about yourself. You're confident now that you can play at this level and you can play, playoff hockey in your first time in it and you're having success with it. Oh, baby, be careful. That's all. Yeah. That's all. Give young players don't know any better. So give them stupid confidence. Yeah. Give them stupid confidence because we talk about it, man. I talk about it with hitters all the time. Just call me. Let's talk the mental side, right? You got to talk yourself in to being better than you are, right? In any sport, you just talk yourself into it. And when you're young, sometimes, like in the hockey world or professional sports world, I should say, when you're young, you don't know any better, and you're playing well. Confidence can just take you to a whole nother stratosphere. And you're gonna get knocked back down and you get back up. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
Right? But you know what I mean? In that moment, Andrew Jones, like guys like that were young that just like had big postseasons, right? There's tons of lists of guys who had big postseasons, and it started early in the postseason and just carried. And the Flyers are exhibit A of that as a group. It's crazy. It's crazy. Just a bunch of guys having a great postseason together. And there's certain guys that are better, obviously, than other guys. That's not the point of it. But goaltending's the big thing. So let's go Flyers. They got me flyered to F up. Let's just say they got me flyered to fuck up. And let's go get another one. Let's end this shit early. Let's get off our legs for a minute.
That'd be awesome.
All right, and get a little breather where other teams might not have that. And you know how it can go. You go deep into a series with somebody else, other teams at home. Usually people say, well, advantage team going deeper. Maybe in other sports, in hockey, to wear and tear. Now I'm not going to go with the team that had to play 7 and it went into double overtime, right? I feel like game 1 or game 2, they come out a little slow. And there can be 2 games you can go take from them if you're playing with your hair on fire, like they have. So, get out of series early. Give some guys a breather. I'm sure guys need it in some fashion.
Yeah, because they've essentially been playing playoff hockey for the last 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because of the way, like you talked about, Ryan, with Vladar going down and the middle of that season was just kind of bad. And they've been playing playoff hockey in intensity style since the break, since the Olympic break. And it is everybody. It is the whole team. You guys threw Porto Martone, Vladar, right? You could throw Owen Tippett in there. It was nice to see him, even though it was an empty net. It was nice to see him, his work pay off, right? He had a huge assist to Hathaway in game 2, and I think he had 3/4 of the hits tonight for the team. So he's been all over the ice. And there's a bunch of guys contributing to this, and it's fun to watch. And it also helps that we're beating the shit out of the Penguins.
I love it.
Absolutely, we're beating the shit out of them, and it's great.
To your point, we got the perfect matchup. We absolutely got the perfect matchup.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a bunch of kids that don't know any better. Like I can't tell you the exact average age, but it seems like everybody on this team is like 25 or younger, other than like a couple guys.
Yeah,
everybody's young.
If you average it out, they're probably like average age 24 and a half.
Yeah, so like they're all young. They don't know any better. They're out there skating. They're getting their first like real opportunity to go up against go in the playoffs. And how many of these kids watch Sidney Crosby growing up? Right, like I'm playing against Sidney Crosby. Got to play good tonight. Let's go. Right, like Evgeny Malkin, like Chris Letang, all these guys who I hated my entire childhood. Right, because these guys were ruining my time. So I'm so happy to assuming we could close this series out, we essentially send them off into retirement and make me feel pretty good.
Yeah, and average age is like 26.5 to 27.5.
Yeah, like that's nuts.
The daily roster, right?
Like Coots and some other guys push that off.
Yeah,
sure. 100%. Yeah, for sure.
And I love the way they battled through some brief adversity tonight. They fell behind a goal in the first period when Malkin found the back of the net, and they came out in the second period with their hair on fire. Put 3 goals up on the board, and they never looked back.
Yeah, within 6 minute span, right? It was a 6 minute. Yeah. So you want to talk about resilient and tough and on to the next play type hockey team. You're looking at one right here. I'm telling you, it's exciting. And sometimes these things come when you don't expect it, right? Sometimes this kind of run, maybe, hopefully, comes when nobody really expected it. You expected a step forward this year. I think we all did, right?
Yep.
When we talked about this team, we were hoping guys were in the pipeline, guys were coming up. We had, right? We were getting a little bit more excited as this went on. Same thing with the Sixers in a way, right? With the youth. So they're real similar, and I know it's right. One got maybe a really perfect matchup where the other one, got a tough one for sure.
Right. Yeah.
But the other one doesn't know any better either. For a lot of guys out there too. So you start playing well there too. You carry that. So it's just contagious sports, which is awesome. So let's go. What's it? 2-2-1-1.
Yeah, it's the same.
Yes.
Yeah.
2-2-1-1-1. Yeah.
So let's close it out Saturday. I might have to find my way over there Saturday.
They're insane. They're insane. The ticket prices are insane for Saturday.
Yeah, I know. I've been looking at them. I looked the other day. I looked for tonight. I looked for Saturday the other day.
I mean, I think it's it's probably going to be even more because
now
there's
I'm sure the get in when I looked the other day was like 300.
Yep, that's where it was
probably
earlier
like
today.
4 or 5. Yeah,
that's where it was earlier today. Yeah,
get out of here. I ain't paying that. These people are crooks. They're crooks. I'm telling you, dude, it's so crooked. Like $300 a ticket, $400 a ticket, $500 a ticket. What?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What? That much money?
That's crazy
For a first round playoff game. Like I could see if it's like even the second round, right? But first round, like we can't get a ticket for $100.
Nope.
Hey, it was like
not on the secondary market, and I doubt face value is.
No, I'm just saying you can't get a ticket for 150 all the way up. You know what I mean? Like that's stupid.
No, standing room's $300.
Yeah, because
if you go stand like the.
I mean, I got the discount for the Sixers, and I declined it before Joel got hurt, and I'm glad I did for Sixers postseason. They're like, you can get it for face value, and part of me was like, do I get it and sell it? Right, like naturally, I get them and sell them if I can't go. Good idea on the surface, and then I was like, no, I want to sit this year out. Right, well, 3 days later, appendicitis.
Yeah.
You couldn't make it up. 3 days later, appendicitis. So I'm like, oh, good call there. Can't blame this one on me. You know what I mean? I'm as far away as possible. Can't blame it on me.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. So you will get it there. So as we're talking about this, some reason I brought it up. You will get like the face value of like regular season prices if you're half season ticket holder, partial, full, obviously. But everybody else,
that's how I got. That's how I got tickets for the World Series a couple years ago.
Yeah, everything else is raping. Like I got tickets to the World Series and that 2008 Phillies run because my sister was a ball girl. But if I didn't get that stuff, dude, it's literally raping and pillaging.
Yeah, bend over.
Like, hey, you thirsty? you want a soda for $12?
And not free refills on the fountain
no
stuff.
Free refills. Go fuck yourself. Seriously.
Because that syrup is so expensive, you got to bend me over twice.
So, but why not have like every place? You can't just give out free soda. Like you just can't have a soda station. Like goddamn Wawa is a soda station. You guys can't have soda stations around for a simple refill. You got to rape and pillage that bad. It's disgusting. It's disgusting to me.
It is bad.
You price everybody out of being able to go, man. Like I don't know how people afford to do it. I don't know how people pay for all these things. Like where they find it.
Believe it or not, there's exactly one Division I college football program that gives away free concessions. And
I don't want free concessions. But
as you can imagine, it's not exactly the Ohio States of the world.
It's like SMU making up for past mistakes.
Yeah.
Coastal Carolina University. Apparently, you can show up to Brooks Stadium and get free concessions.
Burger on us. I mean, listen, nobody's talking about a burger on us. I'm talking about like a Wawa refill station for a goddamn soda. Like, you know what I mean? You should get
that you already paid once for. That you already paid once for.
Cup, if you want a cup, you should be able to refill it.
Yes. Yeah, get yourself a souvenir cup. Yeah.
Every once in a while, I'm
chicken nuggets. Nobody's saying, hey, instead of 5, can you give me 7?
Yeah.
For the same price. Nobody's bitching. We're bitching and moaning about it, but we're not gonna fight that. But like, if I bring my kid to the game and I buy a soda for me, a soda for him, and we drink it, and we're still thirsty because it's a freaking turned into a 4-hour massacre at this point, right? I want to be able to go back and give me a fill for the ride home. After this, it is again a rape and pillage of a 9-inning game I had to watch. All right. So as I sit in traffic for an hour and a half, at least let me
after Taiwan Walker gives up 10 runs.
let me sip on this lukewarm soda, please.
And Alec Bone goes 0 for 4 and doesn't even put a ball in play.
You can't give me a lukewarm soda for the road. I just paid $500. I paid $500 for a 9-inning rape and pillage. Not only concession stand wise, parking, but it might be we could be talking about 2 people paying a 7-piece. And you just get after it for a night. Like, hey, we're gonna go enjoy ourselves. So
and we're not even talking about alcohol.
Yeah, we're not talking.
No, it's just soda.
soda.
Let me get 2 sodas. Oh, let me go back for a refill of those sodas. You just spent $100.
Yeah.
Like they literally just threw your head off the cash register. They just took your head and you're like, wait, what happened? What happened? Am I bleeding? Like I'm bleeding from somewhere. I feel it. It's amazing. The Sixers are just as egregious. I mean, you got 41 games, you piggies. You fat fucking pigs. You got 41 games.
The McDonald's can make money on the dollar soda. Then why can't you do $3?
Listen, you can't argue Eagles when it's 8 games. But I will fucking smack the Phillies in the face and the Sixers and the Flyers if your concessions are outrageous. And they're outrageous. They're absolutely outrageous. The Sixers, you get 2 orders of chicken nuggets and 2 sodas. You just felt like you
spend $50 easy.
I should get a fillet.
$50.
I should get 2 fillets. I gotta get 2 fillets. Could have went to Applebee's and fed a family. You know what I mean?
Well, hell, in Colorado, a hot dog, pretzel, and a souvenir soda was $25-$30.
And they stink.
That's nuts.
Yeah. And that's a basic order. That's not like
Hey, the Rockies have a better record than the Phillies right now. The Rockies have a better record than the Phillies right now.
No, just imagine walking into a loss and knowing you're also getting raped inside too. Like you already know the game's gonna suck, and you're like, damn man, I'm hungry. Okay, I want an ice cream out of a cup. You know what I mean? I got to pay it. That's $12.99. Did you say $12.99? You want the cup? Is it because it's a souvenir cup? Is that what costs so much?
Because it's plastic and not paper.
You got to get 2. You got to get 3 or 4. How many people you got with you? Right? I could have went to Custer's Last Stand on the way to Seattle City on 55 1,000 times over. 1,000 times over.
That's why you got to go to minor league games, Tommy. Damn, when I lived up in the Poconos, I'll tell you a real quick story.
I'm sure it'll be quick.
It'll be quick, all right.
We took a ride out to Williamsport where the Crosscutters play. I shit you not, they sold a $3 beer. Here's the amazing part. It was 64 fucking ounces. I swear to God, for $3.
That's how you get you coming back.
Well, Colorado, before first pitch, up on the rooftop, you can get $3 Coors Lights in Colorado before first pitch.
Oh, nice.
Everybody's rushing up there.
Yeah, you got to go all the way up.
Yeah, climb the mountain. Literally climb the fucking mountain in the backdrop, and we'll give you not $1 beer. We'll give you $3.
$3.
Yeah.
$3.
Are the mountains blue on the way up?
Is there like an elevator up?
There's escalators.
Look at you. You acted like you were climbing Mount Everest.
No, I didn't say it. There's escalators. You think I'm taking steps?
Well, you said it's a long way up. Like you have.
What is? It's all the way up to the top.
No, you
it's
like
physically. It's a mile high. It's a mile high.
Yeah, you thought you were throwing it up. I thought you were climbing the mountain. Like you made.
Well, I almost died at Red Rocks, so I was probably still fatigued from Red Rocks.
I thought you had the fucking rope and everything. You know what I mean? On the escalator. Like, oh, that's awesome. At least
before we get too far down, Wayne Miller, Pove, Don, John Melmos. What up, boys? Jesse Davis, Eddie. We see you guys. What's going on?
Cheers.
Thanks for chiming in.
3-0. Cheers.
Dan Blazarian, how's that working out for you right now? Sidney Crosby's a bitch.
Absolutely.
Oh, that doesn't make sense, Dan. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Nice little.
That doesn't even make sense.
Julian,
nice
I like
little
this.
Flopping penalty tonight.
Flyers' first home playoff win since 2016. Their odds are down to 25-1. 200-1 3 weeks ago. That's good. That's a good drop right there.
There you go.
What kind of car is that, Julian?
Maybe.
I don't need you guys to answer it. You know
Oh
what I mean?
no, I'm going to guess.
Now,
Since
you
you
got
brought it
better
up,
eyes.
I'm going to guess. I'm
Now you
thinking
got
that
better eyes than me. You know what I mean?
Oh, my eyes are trash. I gotta get glasses.
I thought it looked a little bit like mine. A little bit. I was thinking maybe.
I'm thinking like the
maybe a
Chevy
Chevy.
Tahoe.
Yeah, Greg. We're on the same page.
Yeah.
A little Tahoe.
Tahoe, yeah.
That's Jesse's guess too.
Tahoe. I was thinking Tahoe.
Wonder if Julian's still here to give us an update.
Well, it definitely got custom. It looks like custom tires. On
Definitely,
that.
yeah, it definitely got the
I
custom tires.
I like to ask questions sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
You know, it looks similar to my cars. I'm curious what he did. Definitely not stock tires.
Yeah, Tommy's gonna get bent over again.
Well, no, I'm good. I mean, I got to learn to like sneak a hoagie in.
Yeah,
Or, like,
yeah.
I just got to like eat a turkey and cheese on the walk up. You know what I mean? Like, hey,
Well, I know. Like baseball
Pop a
game, you're
wall.
able to bring food in.
who?
Yes.
Baseball games, you're able to bring
Sometimes.
food in.
Since when?
I think it changed recently. Maybe not at Citizen Bank Park, but
Wait,
there
I
were
could bring a
people in
hoagie like the old days at the vet.
yeah.
No way.
People in
And
Colorado.
I don't
People in
think I would
Colorado
do
were
that.
sitting there in the outfield
Not
eating
really.
sandwiches, like white bread sandwiches, and they brought in their own
I
waters
know,
too.
like water. You can. I know that like some people are allowed to bring in food medically. They're allowed to do that. You just need
Yeah,
to have like
that's where you lie and say you have a medical condition and you're good.
Yes,
Yeah,
you can
I'm
bring
not
food into
saying-
Citizens Bank Park for a Phillies
a
game.
fucking Gaetano's, you know, a Gaetano's cheesesteak of 58 inches. You know what I mean? A 58-inch steaks, and I got like diabetes. I need to eat.
There you go. You are able to bring
Right.
food in the CBP for Phillies games, make it very fan friendly. Food items must be transported in a clear, soft-sided bag, sealed, and then sealed non-alcoholic bottled drinks are also allowed in, like water are also allowed in.
So I could bring my own soda.
Yeah,
So the Phillies are now.
as long as it's sealed. As long as it's sealed.
What do you mean, like sealed? I didn't drink.
Yeah, like not
Yeah,
opened it.
you can't
Yeah.
open a thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about a sandwich shop? What do you mean?
Allowed. Wawa hoagies, pretzels, and food brought in bags are acceptable.
Oh, we're back. We're so back. Oh, the
You might be
sandwich
back.
in the
I'm
park.
I'm not even attempting to go down to that fucking ballpark until the team learns.
Oh no! I am in no. Listen, there is no rush. I would rather drive. I'd rather drive 2.5 hours to Reading right now
Yeah, you want to see a win first. I got
I'm
you.
in.
and watch this. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to scam Stan.
No,
I'm
yeah,
not trying to scam my own team.
What
I'm
they're
just trying to
trying
eat.
to
I'm trying to eat for.
They
normal
scam us
price.
for 162
Yeah,
every
I'm
year.
trying to eat
they're
for
trying
normal
to
prices.
scam us into thinking this team is
Give
going
me
to be any
Wawa
different
prices.
this year. Fuck them.
Give me Wawa prices. I'll eat the shit out of you.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll eat I'm gonna walk in with a Wawa product. They're pretzels.
Hell, even give me Primo's prices, right? Like a little step up. Like give me Primo's prices, and we're still talking.
You give me a normal price. Like I'm going to a restaurant to eat price.
Wow.
He's like hell. He's sneaking in my wheelchair all the time.
That's great.
Holy shit.
Well done. Well played, Derek. Well played, brother.
Well, Skinny
Let me
Joe's
just-
is
let me
in
just
now.
get my
Skinny Joe's
wheelchair.
isn't in there, D Wade. But yeah, you can bring food in. All right, I didn't know this, so I'm a jackass.
No,
And
you're
I'm
not.
going to CBP back last year.
Oh yeah, for not taking advantage of
Yeah,
it.
just buying chicken nuggets and fucking unbelievable amount of money I spent for probably losses too. Knowing my history previously.
But let's get back to the Flyers for another second. The amazing thing to me through this series is where you're getting the goals from, right? Like until Ziegler scored tonight, and even Cates, right? Your only top guy that scored before tonight was Martone. Right? You're getting getting goals from Hathaway. You're getting goals from four of your different defensemen, Ristolainen and Sealer tonight, who you would have thought that, and that's why you're up 3-0 and dominating.
Greg, not to even interrupt you, I apologize, but when we talk about baseball, we talk about postseason baseball. It's 7, 8, 9. Did it get big hits for you? Can they have a big series? We're talking the same thing in hockey. This isn't crazy talk. You need those guys. You need the fourth line to play well. You need your third line to step up and play well. Second line. You need goals from guys who might not give you a ton in the regular season. You need that come postseason hockey. You need the same thing in postseason baseball, right? Where you need 6, 7, 8, 9 They almost win you a series sometimes.
Mhm.
And that's how teams win World Series, and that's how teams win, the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, Jesse Tippett has been huge.
To run
I mean,
off that
Tippett's
too,
good.
Martone's your September call up that starts batting third in the playoffs. He's played a dozen games.
Yeah.
Played a dozen games. He had scored. He's the first teenager to ever score in his first 2 playoff hockey games
And 2-game winners.
Well, you look at VJ
two-game
play, and
winners.
you're like,
It's
he
crazy.
can play. Like that's a stud.
Yeah.
Like if you got eyeballs, right? And I think if you watch Martone play, you're like, that's gonna be a player. Like there's certain guys you just watch play, and you're like, he's got the swagger to him, the confidence. So good problem to have.
Yeah, and you brought up earlier, right? The influx of the skating ability and speed, but just the influx of talent in the young kids that have come up. Like you said, Martone. You look at Zegras, right, and Mishkov and all those other guys. Not only are they bringing in young kids that can skate, but they're also talented. Which is it felt like for the Flyers of old, you were missing one of the two. You could be super talented, but you couldn't skate, right? But now these guys are doing both. And again, Owen Tippett is another one. In my head, I'm sitting there thinking, walking into the game today, I'm like, we need something from our top guys, right? I need a Tippett
with a 4.240.
Yeah. TK's another one. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then Zegras can fly. Tippett can move. You need more than 1 or 2 guys. They got a handful plus guys who can flat out skate.
Yeah.
Right. And it's huge. They got defensemen who can skate. They got defensemen who are tough, that are willing to block shots, that are willing to put their body on the line. Helps a goaltender out. How many 2-shot opportunities are you seeing given up by the Philadelphia Flyers? How many times are rebounds are even available for the other team? I mean, it is 1 shot and go. So you want to talk about the same thing basketball wise, right? Don't give second chance points, right? Because they usually equal points, and if you can eliminate that, you're probably going to be in a basketball game. Same thing in hockey. And I think that's something that they've done a great job in front of him with.
Yeah.
And he's better than Sam is. So it's not even like they didn't do a good job in front of Sam. He's just a better goaltender too. All right. Yeah. And they went through a rut, but everybody does. Everybody goes through some type of rut. I mean, they were awful at one point.
They were.
And I mean, they're almost like the Phillies are right now. They were downright awful.
Yeah,
so
they were bad.
Well, coming out of the Olympic break, they had a 2% chance of making the playoffs.
Absurd.
Mm-hmm.
And then they lost, I think, 2 of the first 4 games. They 2 of the first 4 games, and then you're like, all right, let's go trade everybody. Trade everybody. Jesse.
They did a little bit of stuff. But I listen, as of right now, we just call it out is, and Danny Briere and Keith Jones, credit to them.
Yeah,
credit to them.
They stuck to it. Yeah,
a great hire in Rick Tocchet, first and foremost. And again, when that hire happens, I'm a little reluctant, even though I'm a Tocchet guy, but not reluctant in terms of Tocchet. Reluctant in man, why it's another former Flyer, right? It seems like we can't get away from it. We can't just go outside the box, which is fine. I don't care. But if there was a former Flyer, that would probably be the guy I wanted. And so I liked it. It was sort of felt like in a catch-22. But I think his toughness and care mattered to this group of young kids. I think it related more.
And they've all bought in.
Yeah, because it's okay. I have no, dude, what's his face before? I was a fan, you know what I mean? But he's aggressive sometimes and over. And today's athlete, that doesn't always work, man. So I think you have to balance the two of being able to care and get on asses. And I think Rick does a great job of that too.
Yeah, and this is wild from Jesse because it's true, right? If Michigan State, they were supposed to be in the Frozen Four. They were supposed to be one of those teams in Vegas battling for the Frozen Four. And who knows if Martone's even here and if the Flyers are even in the playoffs.
Yeah, crazy.
And then he follows up that we do have some other young kids.
Yeah, Lachenko.
Yeah.
No, I think
Lachenko
just add on.
Smells like he can play, right? He can skate.
He's been
his name's Jet. Yeah.
He's been up and down over in.
That's like you pick it off his name and you're like, we'll be good. We're good here. We're good here.
No, but to add on to what you're saying, talking about Tocchet, that
bandwagon. Hold on, real quick.
This loser says bandwagon. Yeah, I'm a bandwagon. I've been watching Flyers before you were born, but I'm a bandwagon. Sorry. I'm a bandwagon. And I created a platform that's had a hockey show on it from day one.
Yeah,
So,
for 15 years.
So with all due respect, go fuck yourself. No bandwagons here. Just because it's not a main topic of conversation on these shows doesn't mean it's not a main topic of conversation on this platform. They haven't deserved to be a topic of conversation. If you want to be truthfully honest, they haven't deserved that.
Now there's already a dedicated show talking about it.
Yeah, and we've done more than enough. Okay, over a period of time where they didn't earn it at any point. We're not talking about like other teams were playoff teams around here. They weren't in a playoff team. So that's all. Good talk.
First home playoff win in a decade today. So there you go.
Bandwagon.
Yeah. No, for Tocchet, right? Tocchet, he's been great. I think one way you can just look at it just in this series, the Flyers have outscored the Penguins 6-1 in the second period in the series so far. It's been a relatively uneventful first periods, and I think the Flyers have lost, at least not maybe not on the scoreboard, but like lost it like going in, like the Penguins have looked better. The Flyers have come out hot in every second period, right? Like they were behind, they put up 3 goals tonight, right? They outscored them 2-0 in game 2, and it was 1-1 in game 1. So like they've gotten progressively better the last 2 games coming out after that first period and the second period, and then they've essentially won the game in the second period the last 2 nights. So keep that shit up. Let's go.
Oh, Ryan, that's more to your point of how crucial Dan Vladar's been in net and why he, with him standing on his head, at times it may seem like Pittsburgh at the outset was playing on our end of the ice. But, thanks to Vladar coming up with some huge saves that keeps us in it, gives us a chance to get our shit together and make the adjustments needed and then come out firing.
Yeah, no, it's been great. Love it. Absolutely love it. I miss.
So did they close it out on Saturday? Did they close it out Saturday, or do we got to go back to Pittsburgh?
No, the Pens are dead. They're dead. Flyers win.
The Pens' last stand was in the first period tonight. That was it.
Yeah, I think so too. They tried to play the physical game tonight, and they found out what happened. Right, they couldn't be as physical all game. Right, you saw them kind of wear down there at the end, and I don't think he realized Russ, that is, what he awoke in that team. By just decapitating TK there after getting the elbow, right? Like that whole scrum, you saw Zegras' reaction after the goal in his celebration. That it woke them up. It woke the Flyers up. And it was funny. I tweeted on the A2D platform. I missed it live because I was obviously paying attention to Zegras. All 5 of the guys in the penalty box are all hugging each other and jumping in a circle, celebrating in there too. It was awesome. It was awesome. Yeah. Been a while since you've seen like an entire penalty box filled with people.
Yeah. What was that? It reminds me of like one of the episodes of Shoresy. Hilarious.
Yeah.
I was just looking at it. It's awesome.
What's up, Siglord? Hell yeah. Flyers up.
I miss playoff hockey. I love this shit. So
Derek, that's spot on, man. He said it's awesome to see that the Flyers are not afraid of the Penguins.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Donnie wants us to beat Boston. That'd be nice, Don. And I'll tell you what, the team that is the most excited for the Flyers right now are those scumbag Phillies, because nobody's talking to them. No one's talking about them. Yeah. They're just like, yep, keep winning, boys. Keep that attention on you guys so we fly under the radar. Mm-hmm. And even nationally, they're so thankful that the Mets are just as a disaster as the Phillies are.
Yeah.
Because if the Mets weren't losers of 12, 13 in a row, the whole national media would be talking about the Phillies.
Yep. Mets won today.
Did they win?
It's killing us in the standings because Atlanta's won 8 out of their last 10, and we trail by, we're 8.5 out right now?
I don't even. Yeah, you're right. But I just need a win. And then
I hear you.
that I need a series win before I even look at the at the standings.
I need a run scored.
There you go.
Maybe how about a run in more than one inning?
Those stats are insane.
We talking about this slop right now.
No, we're gonna get to the Sixers, but
No, I'm talking this. No, if we talking about this slop, they ain't worth nobody's conversation.
No, I'm not talking nothing.
Not the way they've played the last few weeks. That's for damn sure.
That's what they deserve.
yeah.
You know, where you get to the end of it, they can fuck off right now. I'm pissed at them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And rightfully so. We all should be.
And they got time, but they're running out of it, babe. Getting close to running out of time. Can't lose every game in a month.
Yeah.
I mean, like, we're some losses are okay. 8 in a row, we're getting on the level of egregious, okay? And we're getting on the level of like, ooh, don't know if you can come back from that one.
Yeah, it might be tough.
Yeah, because some point you got the winning in a row. Don't know if that's going to happen anytime soon. Fucking stink.
Yep.
His lineup
so bad.
stinks. And he hasn't done a goddamn thing to try anything different. It stinks. He's a loser. He's a roll it out. He's a missionary loser.
And whatever he tried today with to combat Taiwan obviously didn't work either. You know what I mean?
Oh, hey, let's put Felix Reyes in the 4-hole. What the hell?
Couldn't be any worse.
Dude, the VJ Wink got the whole country going. You know what I mean? Because that dude's the real deal, Don. VJ Wink I knew I saw it. Greg knew it. I texted him.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, this dude just winked after that 3. This is unbelievable. This is MJ type shit. You know what I mean?
And speaking of slow starts, they had a horrendous first quarter.
Who, Sixers?
Yeah.
Sixers.
In a way, but they were what, down?
They're only down a couple points.
Yeah, they got out. They give up. They went on like a 10-0 run Boston, and we answered it with a 10-0 run.
I thought it was a lot worse. I could have.
Remember, like they started off on a 10. I mean, I didn't pull it up, but they started off on a 10. Not started off, but they had a.
Oh, it ended up only being 3. At one point, though, it was 15 points.
3.
That's what I'm
They
saying.
went down 3. Yeah.
Boston went on like a 10-0 run. The Sixers answered it with their own like 10-0 run. That brought it back to like reality. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
You won
39% from the field. We don't expect that to happen for them.
No,
they're obviously, we know them, right? They only, again, and with that 39%, 26 for 3, and they shot 53s. So that's going to be, obviously when you can take Boston and when you can get Boston, it's going to be them missing shots naturally.
Well, that's how you got to beat them, right? And you got to make yours.
Yeah.
I don't expect to shoot 48% from 3 again, but can I shoot 40 and still stay around 47% from the field? Because that's how you got to beat them, and you got to close out on them.
What's up, Brian?
Facts, Don. You gotta let Tatum shoot. That dude stinks.
Let him shoot.
Let him shoot.
Jack.
Let him shoot.
Absolutely. What up, Dales?
Always thought he was overrated. He can win you a game.
No,
don't get me wrong, but I always felt like he was a little overrated.
Yeah.
Not saying he's not good. I'm not. Like
he's a really good player, but I've always stood by the fact that I think that Jaylen Brown's the better player of the two.
He is. I want the ball out of Brown's hands. Every time he shoots, I'm like, good. Oh, good. Every time he shoots, Brown, I'm like, yep, best player. I've been saying it before I knew you, before I met you.
Yeah, I've been saying it for years.
That's awesome. Look at us. Didn't even notice about each other, huh? Right? I've been for years.
Look at us. Who thought we'd be here?
I've been pounding the table about it. Like if people were like, oh, can we trade for Tatum? I'm like, I would trade for Brown. People were like, what? You're crazy. I'm like, dude, look at the difference of smoothness in each guy's game. No, Jaylen Brown is a better overall player, in my opinion. Better overall. Tatum's a big, like, I want to shoot the 3 ball all the time. I want to ISO you in 3. Instead of like ISO you. Tatum could average 35 a game if he just wanted to take it to the hoop more. But you don't have that ability. And I said before the series started, come back from Achilles. Like, he's not going to be the same version. Like, they're beatable. People thought I was crazy that, Greg knows. I said game 2. I came here to win one. You know what I mean? Like, this team's good enough to win a game there. They're good enough to split with them at home, too. Like, they're good enough to run them for their money here. Like, does it mean they're going to win? I don't know, but they're good enough to run them for their money. And I think that's all that matters. If Embiid comes back, all bets are off. Now, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, Mike, what we were talking about last week, where like I said that somebody had to be superhuman in order for them to win a game right now without Embiid, and VJ was superhuman in game 2. Dude put up 30 and 10. He was great, and then Maxey shot the lights out in the fourth quarter. Like those two guys showed up and like put their capes on and won us a ball game, right? So who's going to step up?
The game.
Yeah, he was doing some workouts.
Game the game. Estimated return April 24th. I'm telling you guys, if they stole one there, what was coming, and I mean, he'll probably be out for game 4 if he came back game 3. You know what I mean? Like, you could probably get hurt real quick. But
honestly, I'd rather him wait for game 4. Take the extra couple days, come back for game 4.
Well, how many extra couple days is it? It's only Saturday, then they play Sunday, so it's really one day or 2, right? Because they play Friday.
It'll be Friday.
Sunday.
So 48-hour difference.
It's a big deal.
No, it might be. Yeah, I don't know, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I never had my appendix out. I have no idea.
Well, it didn't burst. It didn't burst, right?
Yeah, but he still had to get it taken out.
No.
Right?
For sure, the burst could put you out for a
couple days. Just could still take him out for a couple days. But that thing is probably still healing, right? He's got another couple days of like getting his conditioning back under him. You know, if he wants to come back and he's ready to go for game 3, then sure, let's go.
No, I'm right with you. I mean, game 3, game 4, I need him back because
if you want to win the series, you need him back 100%.
Yeah. And the extra couple days matter. I just think he's a guy who can step on the floor at any time and give you a point a minute. You know?
Good.
Oh, absolutely no question there.
That's all.
Yeah, I mean, Greg.
But we also
he can be hurt. He can be 50% and give you a point a minute.
Yeah, but we also know that that's never been in the Sixers cards, right? We've been begging for a limited Joel for years, right? 20 minutes, 25 minutes, especially regular season wise, and we've never gotten that.
Yeah, it's either 30 minutes or nothing.
Yeah, it's either 30, 35 plus or nothing, right? There's never a chilled out,
Well, that's him, from what I hear.
Yeah, it could be.
Okay, I mean,
I
I can't hate the organization that he likes his runs to be longer because he gets into a rhythm. I can't be mad at that from a player
for sure.
perspective. You know what I mean? Every guy's different in what they feel like they need, so you want to be receptive and respectful of that. But yeah, we've been on that kick for a while. Yeah, just run 20 and drop 20 and call it a night. Thanks for coming.
Because in reality,
appreciate your effort
going forward. He shouldn't play more than 30 minutes in a regular season game for the rest of his career.
Ever.
No.
Ever. Just get pulled to 30. See you. Thanks for your 30 points.
25 and 30 minutes, 30 and 30 minutes. That's good enough.
30 minutes a game. Just let the guy go average. He would still average 20 and 25 points a game. Sorry.
Yeah. No, I was going to say, if we can't win with a 30-minute Joel Embiid run, then the rest of our roster is garbage.
Yeah.
And in past years, that's been true.
Oh, 100%.
This year and what looks to be next year also is not true.
I saw somebody tweeting trying to compare net plus minus with Giannis and Embiid, and it's not. Somebody was trying to say that Giannis was a better player on the court versus off the court. Absolutely not, dude. You ever look at plus minus for Embiid over his career? It's disgusting how bad the Sixers have been without him on the floor in his entire tenure. Absolutely disgusting.
Oh yeah.
Part of that conversation was what happens if the Kawhi shot doesn't go in, but then also the KD thing in that Nets Bucks series when they won the title didn't happen or went the other way. 2 shots completely changed those guys, and people are flaming Giannis for the same reasons that they flame Embiid right now. So
yeah, it's crazy. I mean the Kawhi shot I think is still bounced on the rim.
It still is. It's still up there.
Yeah, that's
still up there. It's on 870,000.
Yeah.
Fucking
on his third trip around the moon.
I still can't believe that fucking shot went in. That's insane. God, that was a team. That team was fun.
Yeah,
that team was fun. But all right, I digress.
So is this.
Yeah, no, VJ,
guy,
dude.
Well, two guys changed this franchise for the better. It's two guys. It's VJ. Well, it started with Tyrese Maxey. And then it was getting lucky on a pick and getting a top 3 pick, right? And saying, okay, now we can get somebody to pair with them, which we argued about with buckets last year, at least I did, where like coming into this year, you could be halfway in, halfway out in a way. And you could be halfway in of saying like, if PG and Embiid are healthy, we could be really good. If not, let's see what the kids can do. And we're building with a great backcourt, just like Oklahoma City has, and plenty of other teams have, right? Build your backcourt. And you got the perfect complement to each other because you got one guard who's a great defender and had a great offensive game in him and wanted to work at his offensive game as soon as he got here too. Yeah. Right. And you have another guard who will have a want to play defense and those things, but undersized, right? But is a different player offensively too because he's faster, he's quicker, he's a streaky guy. Tyrese, so they're like different. They're like different in a good way. Like they're not the same. Which like you didn't match up two guys that have the same skill set and be like, okay, let's try to make this work with one basketball. You're matching up two different skill sets. Like VJ doesn't need the ball in his hands to have a major impact on the basketball on a basketball game. He doesn't. So this is what I wanted. I wanted to see growth. Right? I came into this series not expecting us to win it. Like if we can go take it, if Embiid comes back, yeah. If you have all 4 of those guys, I think you're as good as Boston, if not better. I agree. I'll stand by that, right? But if you don't, I want to see these two take the step. Game 2 is the step. Now, you want to take a step a year early and go beat them? Well, now you put yourself on everybody's radar. You know, they go somehow win this with just those 3 playing without Embiid. Epic. I just think getting one game there says, okay, we're ready for prime time when it comes to those two. Yeah. We're ready to start carrying a team in the future here. Like we can build around us, right? I think they're close to that. Now, even if he comes back and we win, it's still set up by getting that game there. It's all set up by that. I mean, that's like an NBA performance by a 20-year-old. Like that's sick. No rookie's done that crap. No rookie's put up the numbers. I think the one number was like only Irvin and Tim Duncan, and then there was other numbers where he was by himself. Like, it was weird. You know what I mean? He saw a couple different guys.
The last rookie to put up 30 and 10 in a playoff game was Duncan for sure. I saw that one.
And then I think it was like when you added in, it wouldn't be assist, but something else was Magic too. It might have been Duncan and Magic. Like it was, Magic before Duncan, obviously the last 3 guys. So, right, 30 and 10 in a rookie year. So you look at the level of player you just put yourself on. Like that's insanity, but that's what you expect from a third pick. You just don't expect it at 20.
Right.
Yeah.
That says that we have a generational player on our hands, gentlemen. I want you to understand what just happened here. Some people have talked about it all year, right? Because the athleticism is there. If you have a worker with the athlete, you can get something special if he's a 1-2 guy. Huh. Well, holy shit, he wouldn't be here if he wasn't, because he had a stake with Maxey and nobody else flew in after. Everything I need to know about what VJ Edgecombe was going to be. And there was other players I liked. I like Trey Johnson. I like Dylan Harper. There's a lot of good players in this draft. Cooper Flagg's awesome. There's a lot of awesome players. I didn't know he was going to have this fourth quarter gene, boys. You know what I mean? Nobody knew that. No, like, there's things we didn't know, but that we found out as the year went on. And we're like, dude, look at his points under 5 minutes or whatever they graded out. It might be under 8 in the NBA. They have it's like
under 8.
It might be under 8, but he was like top 10 in the league in points in those minutes. Like that's absurd for a 19-year-old at the time. That just shows you that he's one of the best players on the court already. Now, by this type of game in that building, this didn't happen at home in a game 4 where you're down 3-0. This happened in a 1-0 series.
No pressure. This
happened with essentially a ton of pressure because in another building you're down 1-0, you need a win.
Yeah, and arguably a must win.
Must win. It's a must win if you want to be in the series.
If you want to be in the series, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Series don't start till somebody beats somebody at home. Well, guess what? Series started.
Game on.
Game on.
Well,
No,
we have the home court now.
Yep, and that's the whole
Yep.
game.
Boston gave up the home court by
This
shitting
kid's a
the bed
superstar.
in game 2.
That's my moral of my long story here is those numbers and that, and not all the time does a list equal you being on that level. But I think we can all agree that this is the type of player we're getting. I'm not saying he's Irvin. I'm not saying he's Timmy. I'm saying he's generational and whatever VJ is going to be. Make sense? And this is a guy with VJ Maxey that will give us, I think, what we've been clamoring for in the city of Philadelphia since 1982 or 81, whatever it was.
83, close.
It doesn't even, so it doesn't matter, right? That's how long ago. When it gets that long, it doesn't matter. Like the date, the year doesn't even matter. You like, hey, a long time ago was the last time we won one, and right, I was one. So right, so either way, I think these are the two guys that get us over that hump at some point. I'm not saying it's this year, but man, if Embiid comes back, just watch the fuck out for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Yeah.
Well, that's what.
Yeah. To answer your question here, Don.
Sorry, just to get it all out of my.
To answer your question here, Don, you said that the Sixers fans are going to be loud tomorrow. They'll be loud. Embiid comes back tomorrow, or Embiid comes back on Friday. That place will be electric.
What did Don say next comment?
He asked if the Sixers fans are going to be loud tomorrow or
Right.
Friday. He meant Friday, but
I know.
Yeah.
The next one down.
Tommy says he's a new Michael Jordan. Get crazy.
I don't think he went that. I don't think he went said that. But
Well, first off, if I'm putting him in the level of Irvin and I'm putting him in the level of goddamn Timmy, he's on the level of Mike then. You know what I mean? Those three guys sort of go hand in hand in what they went and did in their runs.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, Timmy's got a handful. Magic pre-HIV, fake HIV, right? Had a handful. Or was getting close to a handful. So, these are winners. Mike's a winner. So when I talk about the ability to be able to wink, to be able to just like slow it down at 20 years old, Don, come on, babe. You watch enough sports. I don't know. You think this is something different?
That's what makes.
Good luck in the Eastern Conference with your cute Kate Cunningham. When we got a fucking killer, all right? We come in and we just killing Pistons. You know what I mean? Just sniping.
But that's what makes that.
Oh, Don's agreeing. Look at me and Don. Sorry, Don. Take it back. I love Kate.
Yeah. Glad he's back. No.
Yeah, sorry, Don. Hey, don't go off. Don't go off. Catch up. Catch up.
Oh, shit.
We're sorry, Don. We're sorry. I'm sorry. We're on the same page. My bad. I love Kate. He is awesome.
Yeah, I love Kate.
They're tough. Did they win the night, Don?
Yes, they did. 98, 83.
Yeah, Don would be, it'd be lock all
That,
windows.
what,
and doors.
that'll be what,
OKC's up
5-game
20 in the
series?
third.
Yeah, watch.
Shocking.
Wow, Phoenix is good. Not.
Yeah.
No.
Hey, Devin Booker, cute car. Like the car you rode in on.
Yeah.
What I was going to say is that's what
Next
makes
loss,
the
fun.
game 2 win and the performance by those two so impressive because now it even throws the Joel thought back into the universe. You come back down 0-2, you probably are.
Little Ricky Waters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
For who for what? Do we even
Rick
throw
Noah.
it in there?
Rick Noah up.
Yeah.
Yeah. For who for what? Rick Noah. Look at him. He was half out of here.
He was getting ready to go.
Oh, man.
He's going to give the Aaron Rowan response instead of the Ricky Waters response. But now that conversation's back on the table, right? Because you're tied and because you're able to show that you can mess with them, you can hang with them, right? And we knew that, but you had to show it in the playoffs. You had to, and you had to erase game 1. And they did that as a team. They did that as an entire group. They erased game 1, and you thought they would, but you also knew that Boston has a lot of bullets as well.
Yeah. Absolutely. And you slowed it down. You played
Do
good
the
perimeter
Sixers
defense.
find a way to win game 3 at home?
Well, I think, I do. I think they can find a way to win it because it starts with the perimeter defense. I thought it was really good. I thought PG was good. I thought guys like Barlow were good defensively. I thought Drummond and Bona had a good game defensively, especially Andre. And I thought that's the difference. That's sort of the difference in this game. I thought we defended the perimeter well. And I thought Barlow and Edwards played good defense when they came in too. So, I sort of like what I saw, but it can change everything, Noah, if 21's on the court game 3, because it just spreads it all out for us.
What does your gut tell you? Do you think we're going to see him this series?
Yeah, I think we see him. I think we see him Friday night. Because if it's him, he wants to play.
Mhm.
Right. Yeah,
Especially if it's 1-1, he's licking his chops to play, I'm sure.
right.
I say we see him this weekend. To Ryan's point, I think I'll agree with Ryan on that. Like, I do think we see him this weekend. If we don't see him,
I don't know.
Friday,
I don't know.
Sunday.
Yeah, I don't know if he'll be here on Friday. I don't know if he'll be ready by Friday, but I think he'll play one of game 3 or 4.
Well, if he started ramping up little any type of activity,
I heard it was yesterday.
Yeah, no. I'm just trying to map it out. So yesterday puts us at Tuesday, right? Wednesday, Thursday. I got a good 72 hours to ramp myself up to play. Go play 25, 30 minutes or wherever that number is, 30. Right? Because you're getting good production from those two, so you can mix up their minutes.
Yeah.
Right? Even if you just played the guy like the whole first quarter and the whole fourth quarter. And just don't play him the second and the third. Like seriously. Just go play him the whole first and the whole fourth. Because if you can go get 25 points out of that, or even 22, it could be a difference of us winning this basketball game.
Yeah.
And it changes up your looks on them like crazy too, in a weird way.
Even if you put him out there as like a decoy, it could be good.
Saying.
So like,
Yeah, make them have to worry about him.
Yeah,
He's
exactly. About it for sure. Because like
it's not like an unhealthy Joel Embiid either, right? Because we're almost getting like probably the healthiest version because he's been like so we're just off his legs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you're talking about like maybe the healthiest version in terms of that,
I mean, physically he's going to be lighter. He's missing an organ now. He has to be lighter.
Well, the Shirley Temples, as long as he stays away from the Shirley Temples.
He's on a water diet. He's on a water diet.
What do you guys think? You think he's back game 3, Greg?
I want to say yes, but I'm more game 4. But I do agree with you that it's this weekend. I just feel like if it was game 3, we would hear a lot more about the possibility. And maybe they're keeping it coy. The Sixers generally don't keep a lot of, except for details of actual injuries. They don't keep a lot of things coy. So,
well, I would think tomorrow would be the day you'd start to get something.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like depending on they'll say,
if he's shooting tomorrow,
shoot around XYZ, blah blah blah.
Yeah, if he's at something, that's all I give importance, and it's like, oh, like that.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I don't know why he couldn't play at this point. It's been over 2 weeks, or exactly 2 weeks on the 24th, or a little bit over. I think it is actually. I think it's a little bit over that time period, which was about the return date.
What was the date he got?
I want to say
surgery.
I want to say it was the 9th. I want to say it was Thursday the 9th. I could be wrong on that date, but
so if it's
Thursday, so tomorrow is 2 full weeks.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Which like 2 weeks is like a somewhat realistic timeline, but it'd be quick.
Yeah, but it's also a timeline for a non-professional athlete.
No, even for professional athletes, because like other guys who've had the surgery before or like had an appendectomy, it'd been like 3 or 4 weeks for most of them, like a month. So again, like we'll see. I hope he plays this weekend. At the very least, it'll give guys a mental boost. So
yeah.
Oh, it'll jack everybody. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It'll jack that whole place up. I just got
for sure.
I just got a feeling he plays game 3, and then part of that's just me hoping too. You know what I mean, guys? But kind of talking into existence. But I know he wants to play. If that's over 2 weeks, if it's the 9th, if somebody wants to check that out, if it really was the 9th, that'd be amazing if I got that right. After all this time, but if he's ramping up in a fashion as of Tuesday, well, that tells me he's been cleared of all issues potentially, and now it's just go time.
So I don't, to me, it's like, well, if you're ramping up on a Tuesday, why can't you play on Friday? You know what I mean? Like get on the bike, right? I'm sure he's been on the bike. I'm sure he's done those things already a little bit.
April 9th. You were right.
Oh, baby. Talk dirty to me. Yeah. And Sunday gives you a little extra, but we can go win a game Friday night with him on the court. Let's go win a game. So we'll see.
From Kai Carlin 2 days ago, he says OJ Anunoby underwent an appendectomy in 2019. He had the surgery on April 11th, was not cleared for basketball activities until June 2nd for the Raptors. So just as another potential, maybe
almost 2 months.
A little longer. Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
but everyone's different, right? Everyone's different.
Yeah, in 2019.
But it looks like they started ramping up. It says 2 days ago.
He ramped up 2 days ago, so Monday.
Yeah.
How long you need? That means he's cleared. So unlike OG and other guys, he's already been cleared. Like if you start ramping up, that means you're cleared to start returning to some sort of play.
Being
I started strength and conditioning.
Contact's different, right? That's what the difference.
Yeah, being cleared to be able to move around and resume some form of basketball activities is different than being able to be cleared to play.
For sure. What I'm saying is if you're allowed to start shooting and it's non-contact, it's different than okay, you're allowed to get back into contact. The only thing stopping him from playing would be contact at this point because of a surgery.
Yeah,
naturally. So it's can he withstand the contact, and that's where they allow him to start shooting. That's where my timetable comes in. Okay, they allow him to start shooting. Do we have any side effects from the shooting, from moving around, and then it builds into all right, maybe a little contact on a Wednesday. Thursday, see how the body responds, and you make a decision.
Yeah.
Downs, where at Downs? I got a buddy out there. What bar are we at tonight? See where
it's
he
also
goes.
here though. The cope is real. Don asks, if Sixers win game 3, do you sit Joel for game 4 and let the young kids go after it?
I feel like that's up to him. If he can play game 3 and he wants to try to play game 4, then let him get after it. But, if they find a way to win game 3.
No,
and
he's
Joel
talking about if they win game 3 without Joel.
Well, I mean, maybe, but, what is, again, Sunday to Tuesday? How much is it?
Yeah.
Another 48 hours. I mean, I guess it could be the difference of
having Matt Washington. All right.
Yeah. I guess.
Thursday, game 6, Thursday would be exactly 3 weeks. That's the 30th. But
this could be over by then.
Well, right, yeah. But he's in this scenario, we win game 3, so we're at least going.
Well, yeah, if you win game 3,
6.
sure. If you win game 3, maybe you can give him a little bit more time. But I don't even think we can play that game. I think if he's ready to play Friday and he gets a clearance, let's go play. You know what I mean? I don't think there's anything more to even worry about there. I think you'll be cleared by this weekend at some point, and let's go eat.
Love that. Love that. All right, let's get a little NFL drafting. Eagles had the number 23 pick. What are you thinking? Unless you have a specific player in mind, what position category, who you looking at?
O-line.
I'll wrap this up for you real quick. I'm about, up front somewhere. So if that's edge, defensive end, right? Off defensive tackle. If it's offensive tackle, a guard, a center, I don't really care. Right? Go get deeper. But then also, I want best player on the board. So again, we had these conversations dude, the best player at 23 is a middle linebacker. Okay, I have to take him. You know what I mean? I have to take him. If the best player on the board is a corner,
right? I want you to take him. If the best player on the board is a safety, I want you to take him. I think it very well could be safety. You could see them go more need this year and draft and go more, line late. Okay, because they've been productive at that in the past. Different offensive line coach. I get all that stuff, but they've been productive at that drafting.
But Statlin's going to be around. Statlin's going to be around, even though he'd be.
Yeah, is or isn't, right? Doesn't matter. They've had a history. It takes
You're
two
right,
to tango, right? You have to draft.
We know their draft strategy.
Yeah, you have to be able to draft it well to develop it well.
Yeah,
right. I think they go hand in hand. And when you're drafting character, different things like that, right? So I think they've done a good job of that. So, I trust in whatever they're going to do tomorrow night. It's really weird. I'm just okay, go take best player. I'm not, to me, I'm not in anything else. If the best player is a wideout and you're really trading AJ, then go take a wideout. I don't care. If that's who the best player is, go take the best player.
Yeah.
Right? But they know how to win. You win up front. They're going to have a lot of needs up front in the coming years, and they gotta replenish the system. So I have no problem if you go take a tight end in round one. Not saying one will be there, but you get what I'm saying. Yeah. A guy I don't need round one to play right away unless it's
unless it's a skill position.
Yeah, a safety
or secondary, right?
A safety guy I need to play, obviously, but I almost don't want a corner or a linebacker. I want an impact guy day one. So offensive line sort of turns me off a little bit round one, but it turns me on every round after, if that makes sense. I'd rather go get a defense end. I'd rather go get an edge guy round one, and let's go get after the quarterback, because that's how you win. So there's me on a nutshell. Yeah. Give me go defense. Give me the safety. Give me the edge, defense end, right? And call it a day. There are two positions in need, and I feel like one of the best guys on the board would be there in those at that pick. And I haven't studied this draft like I have other drafts, but just common sense, somebody will be there. And if not, then go draft the best offensive tackle on the board.
Yeah, no. Makes a ton of sense. I feel like they're gonna go offensive tackle just because they haven't done it in a long time. A tackle or a guard or something. It just feels like because of how much money they've spent on the offensive side of the ball versus defensive, at least up until this point, they got to get younger offensively. They got to get guys who are cheaper, because who knows how long Lane Johnson's going to be around much longer. Obviously, a couple of those offensive, Landon and these other guys have battled injuries. So I feel like
Landon might retire the same year as Lane Johnson.
Yeah. So I feel like offensive line is probably the easy thing. But again, the Eagles are known, and Howie's known to, look to trade up, look to find a good deal, look to take whoever's available, right? Somebody starts falling that they like, they're just going to take the guy, and they'll figure it out. So, I mean, honestly, just because of how good they've drafted, I just trust Howie to do whatever the fuck he wants to do, and then just go from there. But yeah, I mean, you got a couple holes. You need a safety. You could obviously use edge rush help, but I feel like I've heard so much about offensive tackle or offensive line. Everybody's been saying it. So I feel like that's just where they're going to go, unless somebody ends up falling or they get a deal that they really like. So, yeah.
I mean, I tend to agree with you there, Ryan. I mean, with all due respect to, Jordan Mailata, who's a great Eagle, but had a little bit of a down year last year. You had, Lane Johnson. He's been pretty dinged up, albeit he's obviously a full first ballot Hall of Famer. I think he's going to retire in a year or two. Cam Jurgens, I mean, he was a little underwhelming last year at times, I thought, and a little beat up. I mean, we were really nicked up and bruised on the offensive line. So yeah, if the opportunity presents itself and the best player on their board is there at 23, or they may even consider trading up. Howie's been known to be aggressive. It would not surprise me if he tried to somehow find his way up to, say, the top 15 or even the top 10 of this draft. I know they don't have as much capital to work with right now, but Howie's aggressive, and he
they have a ton of capital.
Well,
Yeah, don't
Ton of
draft
draft
capital.
Ton
yeah,
of draft
I don't have ton
And they haven't even
salary
traded
cap.
AJ yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, true. All right,
They'll free up
take
a
that
little bit there.
But my
But-
point,
but they
to you,
don't. I don't think
Noah,
they have top 10 money capital though.
yeah. I mean,
I don't think so.
Howie's aggressive though, and I just this is a long-winded way of saying, you know, they're gonna need a lot of help on the offensive and defensive line.
well, I don't know much on the defense line because they're pretty young there still. But
Offensive
offensive
line
line,
for sure.
Well,
I agree with you.
I don't know at edge.
Yeah, I just think like you got
Oh, yeah,
so
they-
many
yeah,
picks.
you need edge
You can
rushers.
either trade up and go get a stud, day one starter, right? Which would probably be an edge guy, to be honest with you, or like I
Right.
said, even
Yeah.
then,
Yep.
right? Go get a stud there, fine. Or right, you can just draft best player on the board with your first round, with your first pick. Doesn't have to be offensive tackle. You got a million picks after that, right? Go replenish the line there. Go take 7 guys up front with the rest of your picks. I don't care. You know what I mean? Like go
Yes.
draft, literally go
Yes.
get 5 more offensive linemen and just replenish it. Or maybe not 5 because you don't have that many positions and you can't hold that many on your depth chart this year. But you know what I'm saying? Go draft 3. Okay. And then go draft the safety and other things you feel like you need. Sorry. I don't mean
I
go
mean,
long
even
either.
if AJ Brown ends up
Hard.
leaving town, I mean, I think we're still more or less kind of set at the skill position. So yeah, I mean, I think they need
Yeah,
I hope
to
you're-
not.
replenish.
No, you need to draft
If
a
you're
wide
trading
receiver in the
AJ, you
first-
can't
in the
can't
first 3 rounds.
roll out.
You need a wide
Smitty
receiver or
and
tight end in
Wicks.
the first 3 rounds.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Running back, sure. You have a ton of depth skill wise, at least the wide receiver
Yeah.
position. Like, yeah, you have a couple good running backs, like after Saquon. Like, you don't have a number 2 wide receiver if you get rid of him. Honestly, I think Smitty can become someone like a JSN. He can go and be that guy. But like, you don't have anybody after him, so he's
Right,
gonna
there's
get
no
doubled all
protection
the time.
for him.
Right. So, like, yeah, you have a bunch of names. Like, yeah, you just traded for Dontavion Wicks, and you have I don't even remember who else.
Man,
they
Tyler
signed.
Brown,
I'm still holding.
Elijah
I'm
Moore.
still holding.
You got a couple
small-
solid players, but
I mean, I'm still holding out the small shred of hope that AJ remains an Eagle come September. But I mean, unfortunately, I don't think that's going to be the case, and I think he'll end up in New England sometime after June 1st. But I'm a little worried about the offensive line, and they were definitely underwhelming last year. And
Yeah, because they couldn't walk.
that- that is definitely an area of concern and something that definitely needs to be looked at in this draft.
There's 2 things that I have. I'm locked in on offensive line as well, and I'm actually locked in on the kid from Arizona State, Max Hinanis. I know I just butchered the hell out of that. And I'm locked in on him because he's got legit right tackle experience. He played right tackle. And so Caden Proctor's another guy. Arizona State.
Yeah,
Arizona State. Yeah.
But he's young to football. Like but his footwork's there.
Hey,
But but that's what I'm saying. You
You're
don't.
talking?
Yeah, because you don't need him right now. He can learn behind Lane. He can learn with this offensive line, and you guarantee that 5th year, right? If Lane leaves in a year or 2, then you still have a decent amount of time to get him in there and play. But the other thing of note too is that kid we drafted late last year, 2 years ago, that Cameron Williams, the kid from Texas that had the foot injury,
I think that was,
and
that
dropped
was
to the
last
7th.
year.
Was it last year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was last year.
Dropped to the 7th round. He was garbage in his first start, but that second start he got, he played a lot better. And I'm wondering if that plays a role in this first pick, because I'm kind of with you guys. I think it's going to be offensive line. I think it's going to be tackle, whether it's Proctor or Hinanis or one of those guys. Maybe the kid from Utah, Lomo.
Spano, what was his name?
That's the good guy, the Spencer Fano.
Yeah.
But there's the other side for Caleb Lomu or something. But I'm wondering if they do go another position, is that any indication of Cameron Williams actually like being legit? Not as a starter right now, but as like a legit background. And then we also did sign Fred Johnson back, which I think is a huge, as that swing guy, right? As that huge depth piece as well. So yeah, I'm kind of with you guys, but I'm like I said, I lean offensive line. I also wonder. I hear that safety from Toledo, that Emmanuel McNeil.
Yeah.
I just wonder though, like we talk about the two whites coming out of Dukes. We were at Duke, right? Are we really going to get, and us specifically, going to get lucky with two defensive backs out of Toledo?
Like, look, like the only reason I'd even sniff it is because of Q. The only reason I'd even sniff that guy is because of Q. That'd be hilarious. He's so funny. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
No project players before round 3. Yeah, but it's not a project though. He's just not going to come in and start because of our offensive line is already there.
Well, I just got a trade offer. I'm doing a little simulator, and it was 23rd pick. Cincinnati will give you their second, which is 41, their third, which is 72, and 2 6-rounders in 2027, right? And then Indy will give you a second, a third, a fifth this year, and then a fourth and a fifth in 2027.
To trade out of the first round?
Trade out, okay? But I'm going to reject it.
Yeah,
and
both of those.
And here are some of the guys who are on the board now that you guys could choose from, right? Dylan Thieneman, the safety from Oregon. Okay,
he's rising up the boards.
I think
he's rising.
Okay, yeah. So okay, Caden Proctor, tackle from Bama.
Mm-hmm.
Keldrick Folk. Sorry, edge Auburn. Kevin Concepcion, wide receiver, Texas A&M. Caleb Lumu, we talked about offensive tackle, Utah. Blake Miller, offensive tackle, Clemson. A lot of guys. Peter Woods, defensive line, Clemson. Caden McDonald, defensive lineman, Ohio State. And then Greg's guy, Max from Arizona State.
Yeah.
So there's some of your options. I can let them make the pick for us, obviously, but
Concepcion worries me because he's small. He's really good, but he's under 6 foot. He's 5'11".
Yeah.
You know, and so like if I'm going first round in theory to replace AJ Brown, I want someone with similar size.
Yeah,
you know, Smitty's small in stature, but he's I think he's 6 foot.
He plays big.
But he plays larger. He plays taller.
Yeah. You want
he's a go up and get it. He can win contested balls.
Yeah. And what? I'm sorry, Tommy. What pick was this? You traded out of the first round or up the first round?
23.
He rejected the 2 trades that they gave him.
Yeah.
Of that list, I'd take Caden Proctor out of Bama.
I probably would too, but part of me wants to take the safety out of Oregon.
Yeah, he's I was watching stuff today. He's been flying up the boards. Like was probably originally a second or third round pick, and then through the pre-draft process has been absolutely coasting up the draft boards.
Well, do you have the list in front of you of like who has actually visited the Eagles and if any of those guys are on it?
I don't know. Here we go. Eagles pre-draft visits. Here we go. Caden Proctor, Maxey Henesaur, and Keldrick Falk. So I think all 3 of those guys.
All right. Okay. So they've all been there. It's a matter of
so
all right.
And
Which
there's
one
others. Kenyon Sadiq, Viga Ione, the kid from Penn State.
Yep.
Omar Cooper, Denny Denai Sutton, the edge from Penn State. Chris Bell, Chris Bell, wide receiver. Javon Kilgore, DB. Chase Bizantis, guard. Caleb Lomu, tackle. Bauer Sharp, tight end. Markel Bell, tackle. Travis Burke, tackle. Kenyon Sadiq was the tight end out of Oregon.
Yeah, he won't be there at 23. We'd have to trade up for him.
I think Ione might be the best offensive lineman in the draft. But I don't think there's any shot.
He's a guard, right?
Yeah, he's a guard, and I don't think there's any shot he gets there.
I'd put him in over Steen.
Love him.
I'd take him right away.
Dennis Sutton is probably a second or third round guy.
Yeah, he's a day 2 or day 3 pick. Yeah. I've seen him mock the Eagles a lot.
And two, I guess our whole conversation's right. A whole ton of offensive line in here.
Yeah.
1, 2.
Well, they're gonna need to add to their depth
5,
there.
6, 7. 7 offensive linemen there. Yeah. Yeah, Chris Bell is a big body. Let me see what his size is. He's out of Louisville.
Yeah.
6'2", 220. That's some good size, though. 72 receptions, 900 yards, 6 touchdowns in Louisville.
I want SEC guys. Give me SEC guys.
Yeah, Chris Bell.
I'm gonna say that's paid off well for us in the past.
Keep drafting guys out of Bama and Georgia, dude.
Yeah.
Just keep doing it.
Damn right.
Don't mess it up.
To Greg's point, I'm looking on Tankathon, and he's at the top of the 3rd round, that Chris Bell. So,
all right, yeah,
that's
it
wouldn't
right,
be a first round pick, but it would be potentially a depth.
late 2nd, early 3rd, absolutely, for sure. No, I'm interested. I haven't done a whole lot of studying for this draft because
me neither. But
maybe I'm interested to see what they do. Obviously, I would like them to take somebody other than offensive line because offensive line's boring.
It is boring, yeah.
But hey, you
but it's
go
critical
get a receiver or something, trade up, you get somebody, an edge rusher or something. Somebody can go watch a highlight tape, be like, oh shit, this guy had 4 sacks in a game. That was awesome. Or pick 6. This guy blocked this guy this one time. All right, cool, thanks, dude.
Hey, O-line might be boring, but I'll tell you what, it sure cost us last year. Their underperformance and injuries along the line as well. That led us to having an early round exit.
Bill, to get Tate, you got to be top 5. Bill, to get Tate, you got to be top 5, top 7. You guys see him going 7 to Washington right now in the one.
Yeah, you're not that high. You could probably get up into the teens to get Sadiq if you want.
Here's another scenario, and I was going to wait for our draft show tomorrow to bring it up and talk about it as we wait for our pick. But assuming you're trading AJ and you get a 1st and a 3rd back, do you flip that 1st? You could trade that 1st to Jacksonville and get Brian Thomas Jr.
Yeah, we talked about this the other day.
Then team with Devontae. And then you take that 3rd and you trade to Minnesota for that edge, Greenway, or whatever the freak his name is.
Yeah, we talked about this, 2 days ago?
Yeah. If I'm trading it, and I'm still on the not trade AJ side, right? But if it's going down, I like Smitty. Personally, I like Smitty and Brian Thomas as a replacement for Smitty and AJ better than Smitty in a 1st round or Smitty and Wicks in a 1st round. I think Brian Thomas Jr., who's under control at a decent number, and he is just on the outs in Jacksonville because they want to get Parker Washington a big deal. They already signed the kid that they traded from the Raiders. I'm just blanking on his name to be their guy, right? So Brian Thomas Jr. is just kind of out there. That I like that. That's probably the only thing outside of flipping all those picks for Myles Garrett that gets me okay, maybe I will trade AJ if I can make that happen. What do you guys think? You think that's a value, a viable 1-2 punch there at receiver to replace what we are probably giving up?
Yeah, I'd love it if Howie can pull it off.
No, I love it too. BTJ had a phenomenal year, 2 years ago? He obviously had a down year last year, but he was banged up. He was hurt.
Yeah.
He was phenomenal 2 years ago. So, yeah, sign me up for that. Plus, you get edge rush help.
Because to get anybody like Tate or Tyson, right, or you got to get up top 10, and I just don't think that we're going to be able to do that.
Yeah, and then otherwise I'd stack up on picks and what Derek just said, Jeremiah Smith. You try to trade up and get Jeremiah Smith next year. That's what I would try to do because that dude's disgusting.
Well, yeah, there you go. Or do you keep it and move up? Yeah,
Yeah.
Jeremiah Smith. That's another idea. But I also think that's
No, again, like I'd rather
pipe dream,
go
'cause
and
you
get
a top 5 again for that.
Exactly right. So you'd have to be like, I don't know, maybe have the 5th, like a teens pick. You couldn't be in the 20s and then have that pick and then trade both of them to be able to get up. You'd have to be in the teens and then have another pick. Like I think New England's going to have a down year next year regardless because their schedule's going to be nuts and they got
to play a first place schedule.
Their offensive line's still like not good. So I don't expect that pick to be. It'll be a good pick. I think it'll probably be a mid-teens pick. Like they might make the playoffs, but like they're not going to do anything. So I think that could be you could that'll be a teens-ish type pick, and if the Eagles are good, which I expect them to be, you have a pick in I don't know, say 25, maybe higher than that.
Yeah,
you're not trading 15 and 25 for a top 5 pick. It's not going to happen. Or on top 3. Yeah, Jeremiah Smith might go 1. He might be the first wide receiver. Like he's disgusting. He's so good. As a guy who's from Penn State, it's hard for me to say.
Yeah.
He's disgusting.
He certainly torched us.
I feel like there's a ton of depth, Don. There's a ton of depth in there that can help you out. A lot of like positional need type stuff where you can fill in guys, but we'll see. We shall see. Yeah, Jesse, 100%. If they don't get a first and a third, it's a loss of a trade. Like you have to get at least that. I'd like a first, a third, and like a 5th. It should be more than what the Dolphins got for Waddle because AJ's better. But because they're the only team that's probably looking to improve a wide receiver right now, your market's limited. Kind of sucks that you can't trade until after June 1st. Because like if you trade him now.
Bill, I'm confused why you think that like we want. I mean, sure, we want top, players taking it top 5 and 10, but we probably didn't even look into them because this is not realistic. It's not going to happen, Bill.
And also, if they take them at 5 and 10, they were the wrong guys to take because the Giants always fuck up their draft picks.
I mean, we're not moving up that high. It's not happening. If we move up, we're moving up 5 picks, right? You're moving up. Yeah. You're moving up for maybe a couple guys, right? You're moving up for the safety out of Toledo, I would think, if he drops into those late teens, early 20s, right? But like for example, 20 is Dallas, right? You're going to move above Dallas if you want to get any of them. Kenyon Sadiq, same thing. If he's in that range, then you move up and get him. And those are probably the only 2 that you move up, or unless you go up and get Iona or Spencer Fanu, the tackle from Utah.
Yeah.
Outside of that, you're not going all the way up to get Carnell Tate or Jordan Tyson or Caleb Downs. It's just I don't see it happening.
Well, let the Giants hit some picks first before we start crowning them. And assume
they don't hit their picks.
And assume they're going to hit 5 and 10 too. All right. I don't think just trading really good players is always a good idea anyway. If you're trying to change culture, especially a guy that, really good in the middle of your defense. So it's not just like, oh yeah, you got great picks, you got high picks and it's cute on paper. But you better not miss them. That's all. Mm-hmm. That's all. Cause you're 2 misses away from setting yourself back a while.
And Dexter Lawrence was only what? 28 or 29?
Yeah, they signed him to what, like a 2-year extension, I think.
Yeah,
I don't think
1 year.
Yeah, he wasn't exactly over the hill by any means, and
no,
yeah, that surprised me a little bit there, but
yeah, no, Don, you nailed that, dude. I don't know unless AJ wants 15 targets a game and catch 10 passes a game, like that doesn't make any sense for him to want to go there. It's stupid.
He wants to get a piece of that Diana Rossini.
Yeah, there you go.
Passed around the locker room.
I don't know if he gets traded. You know what I mean?
I still don't. I hear you, Tom. I'm with you.
Yeah,
There's a whole lot of smoke. There's a whole lot of smoke. So obviously there's stuff going around, but I also don't know how. There's no like tampering issues with the Patriots and all of this news coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how would he get? First off, a couple things. Bill, I'll answer for Greg. Okay, if there's an under table deal, which if there is, I wouldn't disagree that it would be something that would sort of be a handshake, down the road. And if he had that handshake, I could understand saying, yeah, I'm willing to trade next year's first. But that being said, to say that you're getting an even better one back, we don't know. Now, usually when you lose in the Super Bowl, you don't have as good of a year, but they can still go to the playoffs maybe. What happens if some of our guys get hurt, God forbid, and we're not as good, and we would have had a top 5 pick? So be careful dealing your own. That's all. If you want to deal somebody else's, I'm right with you. But be careful. Be careful wanting to deal your own, because go deal your own and then have a year where you would have finished top 3 and you're like, shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's our guy.
Yeah.
There's our guy. We can keep this thing going. We can just go get another stud and add on to the studs we have. Right? So that's why I'm like, come on.
Yeah,
and that's my discipline.
No, absolutely. And I'm on the same wavelength. I don't disagree at all that there's potentially a deal under the table and a handshake deal waiting to come out on June 1st. But I also don't see them attaching that to go up and get somebody this year. You could have 2 first-round picks, and like Tommy was saying, you could have 2 first-round picks. One of them can land in the top 10, and then you use the second one then to go up and get Jeremiah Smith, where you're already in range. Yeah. I'd rather have Jeremiah Smith than Tate or Tyson. I mean, that might come back to bite me if there's an injury, but you know what I mean? But it looks like that would be better. But
hey, Greg, is Diana under that table?
Yeah. I'd like to, or put her on the table.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
But there's another guy that I take back.
All clap.
Going back a minute ago, jumping up to move up to get somebody. I could see if Ruben Bain hits the teens that the Eagles might jump up to get that. I know there's off the field issues. The Eagles have not shied away with that.
Yeah, I don't care about defensive guys. I would make this very clear. I don't care about defensive guys with off the field issues. You know what I mean? I expect a defensive guy just wants to hit somebody consistently in their life to not be maybe the greatest human sometimes. and I'm okay with that on the defense side of the football. Like I have to be okay with it. And be okay with our culture and be able to believe in our culture. Ruben Bain's there and he drops, let's just say to like 17.
Yeah.
Go get guys. Like
it's not likely. Not likely.
And one, the tight end dropped to 19. Well, I'm going to get them. Right. There's certain guys that you're like, oh, hold on. The impact guys, year one, you go get. If they're in striking distance, 5 picks away, you got to go get them. That's all. And they've been doing a good job of that. So you know if how he identifies a cat, he's going to go get him. He's always done it.
Yeah.
If he identifies somebody and he's in striking distance, is in mortgaging the whole world, he will go get him.
And he's okay with the interview process, right? He's okay with the backstory and all the history. Yeah.
Yeah, we're okay with Jalen. Spit away.
Yeah.
Spit away, Ruben.
And Greg,
I don't first.
And Greg, I don't disagree that a trade is probably coming, right? I'm just holding out hope because this team is worse if you trade AJ Brown.
Yeah, maybe. It depends what the first and third turn into. I mean, it's all the hypothetical bullshit. Like, yeah, we're probably worse in the moment, right? We probably are, but who knows? Maybe we draft a receiver in the 3rd round this year and he turns into a stud day 1 because he doesn't have to be the number 2 or 3. He can be the number 4 and like develop because there is like capable wideouts for 1 year around Devontae Smith.
No, for sure.
It's not like it's like, oh my God, we don't have a number 1. Like, no, we have a number 1. He just hasn't had the opportunity to be a number 1. Like sometimes you got to sometimes you just have to get rid of the extra. And I'm the biggest believer that AJ and Jalen are close. AJ's not a bad teammate. I'm an advocate of that. But sometimes it gets to the point where it's like, okay, we always got to please one guy. Like sometimes, and I'm not in the business of trading my best player either. I'll make that very clear. But was he my best player the last 4 or 5 games? I don't know. And if
we're going off last year, absolutely not.
Yeah,
there is no I don't know.
First and the 3rd back for that.
Well, not only that, what does he exactly have a clean bill of health? Talking about AJ here.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
How's that knee?
I think I have to do it. I think if I get a first and a third, I have to do it.
Yeah,
I think that's a deal. I
agreed.
have to do it.
I don't want to trade him either, but some deals you just can't refuse.
Like I go into next year with 2 firsts.
If this is true, then yeah. And like you said, I'm sure it's already done. Yes, I completely
the way
agree with
I
that.
drafted, if I have 2 firsts next year and 2 thirds, I gotta feel I got better by trading him. Just by the way I drafted, right? Like the hypothetical. Look, my history of drafting the last 4 or 5 years, I gotta if I trade him and I have that many, those 2 firsts and those two thirds, I gotta feel like I can use those 2 picks and get better. Or 4 picks, but you know what I mean? The 2 within the 4, and all 4 of them, like the way I've hit, I got to feel like I'm getting 4 starters at minimum. And if I'm getting 4 starters that are young under team control, I got better. Now that I get better at the wide receiver room, that's a different question, right, Greg? You know what I mean? But
and that's where I'm looking, right? I'm looking specifically in that room.
Well, you're not going to get better by trading that.
Because I agree, AJ or Devontae can be a 1, right? There's no issue there.
He is.
Well, yes, right. But I'm saying like to fill in that actual designated role, right? You know what I mean?
He might be a better one.
He might be. Like Ryan said earlier, he might be able to fill a JSN role or a Cooper Cup role.
Dude, he's a great route runner. He plays
He's
so
in that.
good.
But it's that
Steve.
next guy, right? It's that next guy to where defense has got to worry about it.
Devontae's the number
100%.
1 in this league, so I don't care. Like if you trade him for a first and a third, and you feel like he's on the back end of his career and the back end of his greatness, and the sample size at the end of last year tells me it's a guy on the back end, and that worries me. So if I got a team that's begging for that number 1, well, go give them to them. Let's get their first and third for next year, right? And that's a Super Bowl team. That's a team that lost in the Super Bowl. So that makes me feel good about making that trade with them, because maybe they're not a playoff team, and I got a decently high pick out of them next year. So, and it sets me up to say exactly what we were talking about. You target a guy, go get him, right? You might draft the wide receiver this year in the 3rd round, the 4th round. That's like just like, oh, we found the guy. Like it doesn't have to be the first round pick, a 2nd round pick. Like you can find wide receivers places, especially when you already have a 1. Like that's where you can get lucky. Because you're not really like you're not begging for it, so you can just like go draft a little bit of a project, but like the talent's there, right? Like there's
Oh, for sure. Like look at Puka Nacua. What was Puka? A 3rd, 4th round pick?
Well, I mean, even AJ was a 2nd. T.O. was a 3rd.
Yeah.
Right?
Like you could find guys that can go be studs. You can absolutely do it.
No, and even the guys we got, right? Maybe Wicks is bound to take that next step. You know what I mean? Sitting here right now, at least me, I'm not going to sit there and bank on that, right? Like maybe
I'm not trading AJ if I didn't bring back Goddard for this year. You know what I mean? Like think specifically for 1 year, Greg. I wouldn't trade AJ, right? I wouldn't trade AJ if we didn't bring back Goddard.
I agree,
because then I feel like you're doing too much. But to lose one guy, like when you have that much production still. Like in that room from tight end to wide receiver with those 2 guys, I still feel confident enough that I'll be good enough offensively.
Yeah.
And then you got to hope that those 2 other guys fill in that difference in that void from Hollywood Brown to and Wicks, that they give you the same production overall as AJ gave you as the one. Yeah. Can they give you 1,200 yards combined with 8 to 10 touchdowns? I mean,
I'd like to think yes,
but maybe a little bit crazy on the touchdowns, but the yardage we could probably get.
Right.
But can they both have can they both have 3 touchdowns apiece? Make it 6 and 1,200 yards? Like you sort of replace the production. And Devontae goes and has like 1,500.
Yeah, Greg, I think you're mixing people up with like running backs and wide receivers because JSN just won the Super Bowl last year. AJ Brown the year before, Cooper Kupp before that, Tyreek Hill. Like top 5 seems to win the Super Bowl have top receivers. They don't necessarily have top running backs. Yeah, you are, dude. You're mixing it up. It's okay.
No one's number 1. Great number 2. Usually key on Smitty. Yeah, but I think Bill, I don't disagree, but I think to Tommy's point, right? When you bring back Goddard, and then you throw in these other guys that we've signed or traded for, it helps alleviate that, right?
Stop crying. You know what I'm saying, Bill? Like, stop crying. You would have Smitty, you would have Goddard, you still have Saquon. Okay, you probably draft another wideout. You still just sign 3 wideouts. Like, I'll key on them. Like, okay. I don't disagree with you. I'm not trying to trade talent. But like it's really a 1-year trade. Like you have 1 year to get to fill in the blanks, and then that following year you're probably going to draft that guy with one of your first round picks or one of your third round picks or maybe a second and a third to use on them. Who knows? You know what I mean? But like if you trust in the Eagles drafting, which is hard to say, before Jalen Reagor, right during Jalen Reagor, hard to say. But now that we've gotten a while past that, if you trust it like it has over the last 5 years, I don't know how you don't make this deal. Only if you trust it the way it has, and you have that faith in it. I'm not saying I fully have the faith because it's hard to always fully have it, right? It's always hard to fully have that faith, and it's scary to trade a guy that impact. But that guy was a pussycat at the end of the year, and I'm not going to forget it. I'm not. And I love him. I'll never forget what he brought to this city. I love him as a person. I don't think he's a bad guy. I don't think he's a bad teammate. Okay. I don't know if he's just not the same player, but he looked like he was disengaged from trying to win. And once he said like getting to the Super Bowl just didn't do it for him, winning it didn't really do.
Yeah. Alarm bells should be going
that's
off.
Weird to me. Like that wasn't like reaching the pinnacle wasn't enough.
In the moment,
alarm bells, Tommy.
Yeah.
Well, in the moment, you're like, all right, let's go get another. But then you look back at it after this year, and you're like, all right, maybe it wasn't about getting another.
Yeah, maybe you were just like,
when you first hear it, you're all jacked up, like, yeah, this guy wants to go win another.
And like, listen, mental health is a real issue, and he obviously deals with mental health, and everybody does in their own way, shape, or form, right? And this isn't like undermining it or acting like it's not real. But sometimes it's okay to move on from that, as a business, in a locker room, and saying, you know what, like is really what he's going to bring me is maybe 1,200 yards, and at this point of his career, maybe 7 to 10 touchdowns. Can he go have a monster year? Yeah, if he wants to.
Right.
I'd name the number 2. I mean, Howard Brown's the number 2. He can be a number 2 in this league. I mean, he had Lamar Jackson throwing the goddamn football, and then he got hurt with Kansas City, didn't he? So, yeah, I mean, like he's a number 2. I mean, I just said you're probably going to draft it, Bill. I said it's a 1-year Band-Aid to draft it, or you draft one this year. You know what I mean? If a guy you really like. So, I mean, I feel like you're crying. As soon as there was a little disagreement, which is in your nature, so that's fine. Hashtag never forget, but I appreciate seeing you. I do, and you commenting in. It's good to have you back. But listen, I don't want to trade talent either, brother. You know what I mean? I don't want to trade talent. And I think we're all there on that same page, but I think we all agree that, man, if you get a first and a third, how do I not do that? And I go into 2027 with that many picks. Right? And who knows? Maybe you don't like your quarterback after that period. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I'm not there. You know what I mean? I'm just making a valid point. Like, they're not shy to move on from it if they feel like a guy is going backwards, though they won't sign it and they'll go draft one. They ain't shy.
Do you think in some weird way, if AJ leaves town, this will help Jalen a bit?
I don't know, because I think it's twofold. I think the friendship will be tough, but they won. So I think you can like sort of say we did what we came here to do, per se.
Right.
But I do think just at the quarterback position, and if you've ever just played it, even at like in a parking lot with your boys, and you have one guy come back to the huddle and like he wants the football.
Throw me the ball. Throw me the ball. Throw me the ball. I'm always open.
Yeah, you find yourself sort of eyeing it too much and not spreading the football around.
Right.
And I think the best offense you could have is an Andy Reid type where, we get 9 guys with targets. You know what I mean? That you don't know who can beat you this week.
And I'm guessing that's a little bit of what Sean Mannion will bring.
Well, yeah, I think it's a little bit more spread the football around. But I think it's also Jalen going through progressions properly and being willing to check down and being willing to take what's in front of him. And I do think losing the big deep threat that he brings, even though Devontae's a big time deep threat too, I do think it helps Jalen in the taking the checkdowns more and the taking what's in front of him more, if that makes sense in a weird way. Yeah. And I think that makes Devontae a better wide receiver because he's not just eyeing AJ anymore.
Right.
Like Devontae was his dude back in the day. So like I got no problem with him and Devontae. They'll go for in 17 games, they'll go for freaking 14-50. You know what I mean? Together. They'll be like 14-50 and like 8 tutties. I think you're muted, Ryan. But
Right, you're muted.
I'll give one of my thirds to Minnesota yesterday, Bill. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Bill, I gave a scenario earlier where we traded a third for Grenard.
I'm looking. Listen, baby, I'm looking for defensive end help tomorrow. Really, yesterday. Like the more guys I can get on the edge, I can get after people, the better. Because I can win it. I can win a Super Bowl defensively by beating your ass up. We've seen it. We know it. We talked about it. Right? Defense can dictate it all. Go give me the number one defense in football, and let's go win a Super Bowl. Seattle had a great defense last year. We had a great defense in 2025, right? Let's go put that defense back together. Right? And it all starts with up front. You go, I think we have the secondary to do it. We have the secondary to be great. We have the middle linebackers to be great, or a linebacking core to be great. Do we have the edge to be great? I don't know. Go get Gennard. Go draft the guy in the second or third round too, right? And just go give me more help on the outside. And you can draft 3 linemen in that mix too, right, guys? You can go draft 3 offensive linemen in that mix too. So that's what you're looking to do here. And we'll talk about tomorrow night if you guys, obviously, you two want to come on. We would love to have you.
This rumor looks to be coming back to Josh Sweat back. I wouldn't hate that.
Well, what did he do? Tear his ACL at the end of the year?
I don't think this year.
No, I just think he just didn't. They just weren't playing very well. And obviously Gannon's not there anymore.
He's opted out.
So, well, no, Gannon's not there anymore. He went to Arizona to go play for.
No. I'm saying, like, didn't he get hurt at the end of the year though?
No.
I don't think so.
He didn't.
Uh-uh.
You sure?
Yeah. I mean, he's listed questionable in January for an knee injury.
January wouldn't matter because the season's
over. That's exactly it. That's the only thing listed on his current injury.
Okay. No.
I think a lot of it was Gannon going. He went to play.
No, I know why he wanted out. Why he wanted out. That wasn't my question. I thought he got hurt. Like knowing he didn't get hurt.
I got confused, so I went looking because I was like, it's been a while since I heard that rumor.
Big deal. So if I'm trading for him, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's a big deal. I just didn't want to trade for him if he was hurt, and I don't like paying that money to him because I think he's just average. Like I don't think he's special. So like that's why I wanted to pay that money to begin with to him.
Right.
So to me, like unless it's the last option, I'd rather go like Gennard and just try something different.
No, I think there's a lot of interesting things that can come out of the next couple of days. So
yeah, for sure.
Interested to see what's going to happen.
Well,
draft
tomorrow dictates everything, right? Tomorrow dictates the rest of like if you make a deal, if you trade anybody, right? Like tomorrow sort of dictates the rest of what you do. If they draft a wide receiver in the second round, you're like, ruh-roh. Hey, bye.
And the national media is talking about it. I don't really want to give it much time, but there's also an area where, you know, like Greg says, most interesting Eagles season past 10 years. Do you give Jalen Hurts the extension, right? Like that's.
I just said if you got 2 first-round picks next year, if you don't like them,
what
you go and do.
Yeah, so, if this isn't a good year, it could have huge ramifications for sure.
Oh yeah, I just said it. That's why you trade the AJ. You get 2 firsts, and you go in the next year saying, okay, well, he didn't have a great 2026. Don't like that.
Yeah,
we're gonna go draft one. Like, I don't. It is what it is. It's the nature of the business.
Yeah, Bill, that's one of the few players, mid-teens, late teens, that I see moving up. I don't see going all the way up like you were talking about earlier. But yes, a Sadiq in like 17 to 19 range, I could see that happening for sure.
Potentially,
And Jalen wins a playoff game next year, he gets an extension. That's all.
100%.
Like he doesn't
Jesse,
have to
talk
go
dirty to me, brother.
He doesn't have to go win like an NFC title game again, but if he wins a playoff game or two, or just gets an NFC title game, he'll get an extension. He just has to have a good year and at least minimum win a playoff game, and win a playoff game, him looking good.
Yeah,
if he wants an extension of the kind of money he wants. If not, you can lowball his extension if he doesn't have a good year too.
Yeah,
you can say okay, and then that can help an organization out too. Right. So there's ways to do it. I'm not in the business of trying to trade Jalen either. Let me make this clear. Right. I hope he just continues to grow in certain aspects of his game and he gets some consistency with an offensive coordinator. So no way am I trying to trade Jalen Hurts. I'm just making the point. If you have 2 firsts next year and he has a shit year, right? Maybe doesn't make the playoffs, God forbid, or first round exit again, and you're like, man, he had a terrible postseason. Then you can internally make that decision yourself. You know what I mean? I'm not going to run the guy out yet, but you might say, all right, I drafted one. I'll give you your last year now. Play it on your contract year.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jalen, while he may not always be perfect, he's got a ring.
Yep.
And I'll tell you what, if he can get back to anywhere close to where he was back in 2022, granted we lost the Super Bowl.
He's got to run enough. This isn't hard. Like Jalen has to have 8 carries a game to open his game up. This isn't rocket science. It's like the running game opens up the passing game. Well, Jalen's legs open up his passing game.
Yes.
Okay, and it brings linebackers up. It makes linebackers, their drops can't be as deep. It's really simple formula. So it makes it easy for him to get those throws in. Like, oh my God.
I mean, I don't need him to be the NFL MVP, but if he can get closer, at least somewhat closer to where he was in 2022 or even where he was in 24, I think we're going to have another good year. I think we'd win the NFC East, and I like our chances to go deep into the playoffs.
Yep.
You know, we don't need him to be perfect. We just need him to spread the football around. And
I don't know if his legacy on the line.
Keep drives alive and use his legs where he can.
Listen, the dude won a Super Bowl here. His legacy ain't on the line, right? That's respect. That's respect forever. Okay.
Yeah.
Legacy's
on the line. What's on the line is simple, common sport sense. That's what's on the line. If you want to be honest, what's on the line's a big contract extension or not. That's him, not us. You know what I mean? That's the decision on how good of a season you have. He would get an extension even if he had an okay year and they lost a playoff game. They would still offer him extension. It just won't be what he wants. You understand what I'm saying, guys? So it's not like they would be out on him and not want him. They're just not saying, dude, we're going to respect you because of what you've done here to keep giving you another chance, but we're not going to give you, $55 million, $75 million a year. We'll give you 40. we'll pay you as a top 10, 12, let's just say 8 to 12 range of quarterbacks, but we're not going to pay you top 5 money. And then that's it. You know what I mean? He'll probably, if he takes it or doesn't take it, But I don't think it's going to be not wanting him because I think of his leadership and everything else. I think it would just come down to simple dollars and cents with that. But we got a ways away for that, man.
Look, franchise quarterbacks don't grow on trees.
No, they don't.
They don't.
By the time that happens, he's already making over 40, so you'd be giving him a pay cut, right? So,
yeah. Maybe you keep him under 50. Maybe you keep him under 50. You don't have to give him $60 million.
Miles who?
Right.
Bill.
Miles Garrett.
After trading the 23rd for Miles, would you be okay with that?
100%.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fucking A. Yeah.
Yes. What? Yeah. Yes.
Sign me up.
I'd give up 3 firsts right now for Miles Garrett.
No, I'm not.
You told me Miles Garrett. If you give me Miles Garrett tomorrow on the team tomorrow, 3 firsts.
I'm not giving up 3. I'll give up. Okay, any other player. I'll give you 1 and I'll give you other picks. That's it. You're not getting for 1 player, you're not getting 3 firsts from me. I mean, teams will do it, you know what I mean? Just saying me personally, I wouldn't do it for anybody. No.
It's gotta be at least 2.
Yeah. 2 is that's where we,
that's where we're at here.
Yeah.
2 and AJ Brown for Miles Garrett.
Yeah, send them to fucking.
Send him to fucking
Send him to
Cleveland.
Cleveland with
send
that
him to
quarterback
fucking
room.
Yeah, hey, yeah. Go play with
Oh,
Mr.
God.
I don't want to say it. Be like,
There you
hey,
go.
here, enjoy this
Yeah.
with your mental health. We'll send you a
Yeah.
tweet. That's really good. Up his Twitter.
Now, hey, look, fire me
Yeah.
up for that.
Yeah,
2
that
ones
really-
and
Yeah,
AJ
but-
Brown for Myles Garrett. Let's go.
You ever see that shirt going around? You'll see some Cleveland Browns fans wearing it, where it had the list of all the
Yeah.
fucking quarterbacks
Mhm.
that started since like 2000. It was ridiculous.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Fucking 50 names on there.
Love it. Absolutely love it. It's like the shirt that I have for the players that were on the Sixers during the process.
Yeah.
Every single name. Hilarious.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's
All right, good stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Good stuff.
Good
We'll be
job.
back tomorrow. Going live 9:30, probably 9:30ish tomorrow. If you guys want to jump back in, join us for the draft. We'll jump in for the first round and we'll discuss everything draft related tomorrow. So hope to see you guys back. Thank you all for joining in, chiming in. Greg, Donnie, Bill, yeah, good to see you back. Jesse been here all night. Appreciate all you guys for chiming in. On your way out, hit the like, hit the subscribe. If you haven't left a comment and you're still watching, go ahead and leave us a comment.
Come back on the book, Bill. You know what I mean? Bill left me on the book, but like, come on back, Bill. No, it's good to see you. Come on back.
Absolutely. All right. As always, every Wednesday night, we are brought to you by our doc. Make him yours, Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy. You find him right there on the web. For Ryan Elizik, Noah Eaton, Tom Arnone, I'm Greg Milokovic. Thank you. We'll see you next week.
Boom.